What's up, D?
What up?
What up? You're back from your trip.
Back from my trip. I made a little pit stop in the great state of Texas.
The great state of Texas. You know what? I never thought I'd say this. Too cold for me.
Yeah, it was really cold.
I'm an 80-degree guy now.
I was also in Miami. Freezing.
That's what I heard. It's only LA.
Yeah.
It's 80 degrees in LA. It's either 0 or chilly everywhere else.
It's wild.
How was Dallas?
So I had kind of previewed that I was going to Dallas on my way back home to go to the Delilah opening in the design district of Dallas.
Fancy.
And let me tell you.
Tell me.
Place to be.
Really?
To be. Shout out to them because a lot of people from LA actually ended up flying out.
Yeah.
And then you don't realize how many California transplants are in the state of Texas.
Yep.
Like not just Dallas or the outskirts of Dallas, but people in Austin. Like there's just a lot of people that came out for it. And I think they did a good job of like inviting people. But I mean, you walked into the room, you knew everybody, like literally everyone. Yeah, it was crazy. And line out the door, I think the party started at 8. I got there like 8:10, like the longest line. We'll get in. Obviously we didn't wait in line.
I mean, come on.
Disgusting.
We
get in and the place is packed, slammed.
It looked slammed. And I obviously looked at all the content. It looked completely slammed. It looked like an LA slammed event is what it looked like.
You know what it felt? The thing I liked about it, it had like the parts of LA parties that you like is typically like, well-dressed, good-looking people, high energy. And that's why people like coming to LA because it's like a vibe. Right. You actually had that vibe in Dallas, but because it was Dallas, there was like a gratefulness that like, we have a cool, yes, we have something.
Like not a lot of competition, I would imagine.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know what Dallas nightlife is. I'm sure there are nightclubs, but this group of people,
that's
like, people forget what's happening in nightlife is, we all grew up going to clubs. Clubs were great because you could afford to go back in the day. Like you didn't have to have a table. And even if you wanted a table, it was $1,000. You split it like 6 ways and you're chilling. Like you can afford to go out. Today it's impossible. So like a lot of young people have like abandoned going to nightclubs. And that's my hypothesis on that. But then all of us who are now getting older and have kids or families and things like that, we still want to go out and have a good time. It just, unfortunately, a nightclub that gets going at midnight doesn't fit our lifestyle.
Right.
But a restaurant that has loud music and fun and you get dressed up and you're home by 11 is definitely in my lifestyle.
That's what I'm saying. Like Delilah is a very specific type of experience that really, when I say I'm sure there's not a lot of competition in Dallas, I agree with you. I don't know what their nightlife is like, but I would imagine not a lot for that crowd or that like vibe because it is so unique. I went there even the other night. I guess it was last Friday because it's like perfect even for me, right? Like I'm not going to go to a club, even me. I don't have a family. I'm not going to a club. Yeah. Restaurants a little too boring, on certain nights. Mm-hmm. And just the blend of like literally when I walked in, and we know this very well, but like there's, like a live band and kind of calmer live music. And then, at 11 PM, a DJ goes on and they're just playing hits. And I will say they did a really good job at playing like 2000s hits.
Yes. That is the cheat code of nightlife right now, because the people that are going out and spending money are 35 plus. So if you play a song like anything, like everyone was showing artists what they're wearing at the red carpet, I've never heard of any of these people.
That's the point. Like if they're playing SD Kid, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm down for it, but like it's just not the same as I don't know what they were playing, Nelly and fuck, like, I don't know. It was just, it was so good. It was so good. And even like the young people, like, I don't know, that there's a big thing happening on like TikTok where like a lot of like, older.
2016.
Well, yeah, like Fetty Wap is like bigger than ever on TikTok.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that or not, but
2016 was probably like my greatest year of my life.
Yeah.
I got married. All of my friends' weddings were all over the world. Yeah. Summer 16, Drake, Future. Yeah. That was Summer 16?
Yeah, isn't that what it was called?
Yeah. I think that was the tour, right?
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. But Summer 16 was like a epic time. Yeah. And I was getting married. It's not like I was 25 years old. I was 35, 36 years old.
Right.
And basically, when I saw that trend, I was like, man, I don't even want to pull out the receipts. I'll make kids feel bad. My year was too big.
Me too. I did the same thing. I actually went through my photos and I was like, I can't, this all feels like such a brag,
Yeah. I literally, it's just like, it's just.
I literally had a photo in Live on a Sunday with Fetty Wap. And I was like, oh, this is the ultimate 2016. Yeah. And I just,
you got to post that.
Yeah, I didn't post it. But I even like, once again, if you look at, we'll talk about the Grammys later, but like, if you look at the Grammys, there are no rappers like at all. Right. And so I think even if like, I don't know, what I'm noticing on TikTok is like vintage rap is really popular.
Well, do you know the most streamed rap album of last year?
Oh yeah. You told me Kanye, right?
Yes. It was a Kanye album.
But an old album. Which album?
I think it was a Graduation or.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was Graduation.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a weird thing happening. So anyway, the point is going to a Delilah, just to close that loop. It is a very specific, very well curated type of niche night out that I would imagine in Dallas probably doesn't exist. And they must be super pumped. So it's good that it showed. I mean, like I said, in all the photos and all the stuff, it looked like it was an LA grand opening or like a Vegas, a Delilah Vegas. Like it looked crazy.
I had a early morning flight, so I couldn't stay. Like I didn't have the energy to stay late. I probably left around midnight, but it was so fun. MGK performed.
You talked to him?
He performed and then he hung out after.
Right.
So I didn't get a chance.
I was most impressed by? I was most impressed by the freaking cowboy cheerleaders.
Oh yeah. Very cool.
That seemed like a big deal.
And then like CeeDee Lamb was there, Caleb Williams was there, Von Miller was there. Yeah. It was like it was like 2016. The people, MGK, Von Miller, these are the people we were hanging out with back then.
Yeah, that's great. Someone needs to just open it, or maybe Delilah should do just a 2016 night.
Yeah, they really should. I feel like they do some sort of retro night at Delilah. Maybe on Friday nights. I always see a sign. But yeah, look, if you live in the Dallas area or thinking about going, highly recommend going. It's a beautiful venue. It's huge, live music. I'm sure they're going to have big parties coming up, in the coming months. I think it's going to be great for Dallas and great for Delilah.
You know what else I didn't notice? This is a bubble topic, but whatever is like in Cabo. Like Cabo is really known for LA people because it's so close and it's just such a company. But I didn't realize that like kind of the second biggest place that everyone is from is Dallas.
Yes,
like there's a lot of money there. There's a lot of
every time I'm in Cabo, I meet a lot of Texas, Dallas people.
Yeah, it's all LA and Dallas, it's crazy.
It's really close. And the thing about Dallas is like you forget like how much wealth is also in Dallas.
Right.
And it's like old
landman,
like legacy American families with money.
Yeah.
Old whites and just have
a lot of landman money,
A lot of landman.
Yeah,
Billy Bob. A lot of landman. People got money out there.
Yeah.
Like liquid, not like, I got stock in a company.
It's different.
I got cash.
Yeah. That's like, that's our closest to Saudi Arabia, is
Dallas is our Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
so
great. Shout out to the guys, Brian and John. That's huge.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just looked incredible. So, I would imagine that's tough. Like I would imagine LA is obviously one thing, but like, and then I guess you could say New York, but like trying to take that energy and that vibe to a different city must be challenging, but looks like they are off to a strong start.
A lot of the staff that was there was from LA, that people that I see at all their restaurants. So I think they're trying to bring that energy.
Yeah, it's great. Okay. Props to them.
Yeah.
Okay. News.
I mean, I think the last 5 days, it feels like March 2020.
Why? What are you talking about? March 2020?
When the world got shut down and, the bat and the fake virus and all that.
And why? Like you're saying, because there's so much news, because there's
so much news.
Yeah.
And the world can just go in many different directions really, really quickly. So I think the one that's like obviously caught social media by storm is that, musicians do drops, clothing lines do drops. The Department of Justice did a drop.
Oh, they just had
3
the biggest
million
drop.
pages.
Yeah.
3 million pages on the Epstein files.
Yeah.
And I mean, every 3 hours, someone discovers something else. And Jesus Christ.
That's what's crazy is there's so many documents that they're still going through it. Like, there's new things coming out every second.
So what are some of your favorite highlights?
I'll tell you, you know what? Easy question.
Yeah.
And I couldn't wait to talk about it.
Okay.
I don't even know. Do you know who Peter Attia is?
That's the wellness guy.
Yeah. This fucking guy. This fucking guy.
This is why he's so well.
Oh my God. This fucking guy is like sort of like Andrew Huberman, like he's new. I would say like the new generation of like wellness people.
Mm-hmm.
I think his specialty, you could say, is like longevity. He's not a weird, well, I guess he is a weirdo. He's not like a Brian Johnson guy, but he's a very, medical based guy, and he's new. And I follow his stuff. Lots of people follow his stuff on social media. And like, I don't know, it's just the last thing. Like when I think about Epstein, I think about like old, like I think like Bill Clinton, Bill Gates, like 90s. I don't think about current people. And this fucking guy is mentioned, apparently, I saw a post, I don't know if it's true, but like mentioned like 1,500 times. And his emails are the cringiest, wackest thing I have ever, not to mention just, borderline, criminal, but like he literally said in an email, I hope to see you soon. I get Jeffrey Epstein withdrawal when I don't see you for too long. That's the lamest thing that any man could ever say to another man. Nevertheless, it's Jeffrey Epstein on the other side.
I mean, that's just code word for what.
I know, but this fucking... So anyway, let me wrap it up because like it's once again, I'm sure not everyone cares about Peter fucking Attia, but like, dude, it's like this newer guy. And sure enough, in 2016, this guy's just perving off and just being so cheesy with Jeffrey fucking Epstein. It's just like, God, man, things are not what they seem. You know what you do really well? I'm going on a little rant. I apologize. What you do really well is you have this mentality, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, that like no one's that special. Maybe like LeBron or like there's a couple people you probably put in a bucket, but like everyone's doing dirt. Everyone's scamming. Everyone's got a gross side. You don't like put people on this like pedestal.
By the way, I put nobody. Anand and I always used to say this, like, never want to idolize people you've never met. Yeah. Like, I think it's super dangerous. I think you'll always be disappointed. I got to meet a lot of people I've looked up to in life. Yeah. And 100% have, let me down in some capacity. Yeah. Not in the sense that like they did anything to me. It's just when you see their character up close, you're like, damn, I know. Sucks.
And I feel this, I feel like I'm the same way, but it's not even that I don't idolize Peter Attia, but the guy's a fucking like, he's a doctor. He's a it's just like, dude.
Wasn't Dr. Stephen Hawking there too?
Yeah, he sure as hell was. And there's a great photo of it. But man, it's just like, bro, even this guy.
So there's a couple things that I want to unpack on the Epstein documents. One, it's like generally like fucking disgusting. Like it is horrific. I couldn't even read half this shit. It was just so sad and disgusting. So that's one. Two, I think I realized what was going on this entire time.
Yeah.
And it's no different than most men basically have lived a life kind of on the outskirts of the in crowd, right?
That's right. They're not at Delilah.
And they're not at Delilah openings. They're not at, Art Basel, Coachella. They're not at, they don't do, they never got to experience life.
Especially a lot of successful men because they spent a lot of their young years becoming successful.
Yeah. So they all of a sudden have some money.
Yeah.
People want to talk to them. People want to meet them. And a part of the appeal of Jeffrey Epstein, obviously the women was used as bait. I think half these losers just wanted to be around a guy that was cool in their eyes. And they viewed cool as who they know and, being access to women. And Jeffrey Epstein took full advantage of it and said, oh, these morons are so easy to manipulate, get whatever I want out of them. And I think you start unpacking like the insecurity of men in general is so high.
Yeah.
And then you throw a guy that, and I don't believe this, but clearly all the people on the fucking thread believe it, is somewhat charming guy that had access to things that other people didn't have access to. Like, okay, let me tell you something. If I needed, because everyone was like, he was the tax guy. If I become a billionaire,
right,
I'm not going to some rando fucking tax guy. I'm going, I'm getting, I don't know, whatever lawyer, big accounting firm to sit down with me and consult on a tax strategy. I'm not talking to a random guy that has no affiliation with a large company.
Well, not only that, and is obviously a criminal.
Yes.
So it's like, great, my tax advisor, I know is doing criminal behavior.
Yeah.
And this is the guy I'm going to go to because I'm Bill Gates.
Yes. And then speaking of Bill Gates, I think like Bill Gates' image to me has been tarnished. Obviously, his affiliation with Epstein was, to me, the nail in the coffin. I think if you wanted to like piss on the grave, it's his like vaccine during COVID. How hard he went actually ended up backfiring. Yeah. And then now him seeking out antibiotics to put into his wife's, I don't know where. Cocktail because he got an STD from a girl is batshit crazy.
I mean, it really, once again, it's back to like your view of the world.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't think I put Bill Gates on a pedestal, but if you would have told me 10 years ago, Bill Gates is having sex with young Russian women, getting STDs and trying to figure out ways to sneak antibiotics into Melinda's fucking hot dog so that she doesn't know she has I'd be like, come on, dude. Like it's Bill Gates, he's buttoned up.
And the other thing I wanted to kind of talk about when it came to these, I now see why they didn't want to release it.
Yeah, same.
It's
not quite what I thought. Keep going, but I'll tell you, like, to me, the tone, when you read a lot of the emails, it's a little different than I thought. Like, it's not like global conspiracy manipulating. It's just like, oh, everyone's a piece of shit.
Yeah. And I think I still struggle with is he a government agent? Is he just a bad guy? Is he a financial scammer? I don't know where he ends up, living in like people's mind. I think more and more people think he's like a part of the intelligence agency of some country. And the issue that I think I have with releasing this information, if people actually consume it, it really breaks you as a human being.
Yeah.
And, I saw something the other day on social media, which I always believed in, and has nothing to do with this, but it has to do with being a founder. And, to just TLDR is basically you have to be a bit delusional to actually be successful in life because it's basically impossible. And you have to believe you can do impossible things. Yeah. And I think human psyche is we all believe that your neighbor and the people you work with and your friends are good people. And when you see JC, this, yeah, especially with JC.
But that's why the JC message and what the guy said who came on the pod is like, it's about trying to live that way. And that's why they don't judge when you come up short, because it's a constant pursuit to live in this manner. It's a really good way of saying I'm always shooting for it.
Yeah.
It's like your vision board, like my vision board is okay JC.
So I think releasing all this information, I don't think because by the way, I don't even know how this information got leaked because it is very damning on Trump. And
the DOJ put it out.
Yeah, exactly. And that's his DOJ. So either they're going against his will or he believes it doesn't fucking matter at this point.
That's what I think.
Which I don't think that's the case.
I agree with you on both, but I think that's what he thinks. I think they probably redacted and took out some of the most damning things. I'm not saying there was direct evidence of crimes, but I'm saying I think they took some stuff out, and I think they said, you know what? I think he just said, fuck it. The people want to give them what they want. Well, I'm worried about bigger shit. It's not going to matter. He's the same guy who said, half jokingly, I could shoot a guy on Fifth Avenue and I wouldn't lose any voters. He also knows it's his last term. I feel like he just has this fuck this Epstein thing.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you too, similar to what you said, so keep in mind, I have zero confidence that my take is correct, but this is just my take, is when I read some of the emails, I thought to myself oh, that's who he is. He's not this global mastermind. He's literally similar to an LA club promoter or
that's exactly. I just said he's just the biggest piece of shit promoter of all time.
Right. So name X club promoter. And we know the guys that are really plugged in with athletes, with models, with rich guys, whatever. Now put that on super steroids because it's the richest people in the world and whatever. And then obviously, I think for the sake of what I'm saying, exclude the pure criminal behavior because that's just inexcusable. Yeah. He's the piece of shit for the wealthiest people in the world. And I think the same way an LA club promoter might put two people in the studio together, one night at Hyde and they end up making a record. Well, now he's a music producer. Or he might sell a guy a house because he knows now he's a real estate agent. I think Jeffrey Epstein was having conversations about global conflict and about CIA activities and about Israel and about financial markets and because those were the people coming to do the shenanigans. But I don't think, and once again, who knows, that he's this global mastermind. I think he is the Michael Jordan of pieces of shit. And there may never be another. He rose to the top. I mean, hopefully there's not another. And that's what he is. That's what it looks like in all that messaging.
So in that, the two things that I think were the most shocking of this new, because it was so new information. And here's the thing. There's hints of it in the conversations, but then everyone has faked so many fucking documents since it all came out.
Yeah.
I don't even know what's real and what's not. So Mira Nair attended Jeffrey Epstein parties. She is the mother of Zohran Mamdani.
I know.
So Mamdani is probably dad is Jeffrey Epstein.
I saw the pictures. It's just man, yes. So you're telling me that the guy, the king of virtue, is the youngest ever politician to be photographed with Jeffrey Epstein. It's just what the fuck, dude.
And I think if you just want to go full conspiracy and you believe Epstein is Mossad,
yeah,
and I mean, how does a no-name person become mayor of the United States?
Yeah.
In the biggest city?
And why was Trump so friendly?
And why did he get all that money so fast?
Yeah.
Because his dad was the king.
Yeah. And why isn't Trump threatened by him? Because he knows he's
known him since he was a baby.
He helped put him in place. It's just like, bro, this is exactly why, to your point, this is why I think they didn't want to release it. It's just his reach was crazy. Too big. And
then here's the one that I think is going to break a lot of people who listen to this podcast back.
Yeah.
The biggest thing I've noticed is they're talking about Bitcoin in 2012, 2013.
Yeah.
And man, I saw that and I'm like, Bitcoin's fucked.
Yeah, well, it looks like it is.
I look at that 79. And I'm like, wait, what if it was started by... There's a good chance Bitcoin was started by a club promoter.
Yeah.
And his madam. I mean, at this point, what do I have? I have nothing to believe at this point. Like,
you remember the guy that said anything. Putin? Remember me saying Putin? That guy used to go on speeches and say, I know the founder, and when you know, it will go to zero.
Yes. I saw that clip and I was like, you're right. Now I think it's going if Ghislaine Maxwell is talking about Bitcoin.
Yes.
13 years ago.
I got to sell tomorrow.
Yeah, you really do.
It's over, man. I saw a huge, and this is when I shut off Instagram. This is when I closed it. I saw a video about how if you look closely at the photos and the timing and the whatever, Jeffrey Epstein kidnapped JonBenet Ramsey.
Oh my God.
And there's photos that were redacted that are clearly JonBenet Ramsey, and the dad received $100,000. And it's like, keep in mind, I'm not saying that happened. It's just like, it is look, it's the same way that if someone from, let's say Ohio, where I'm from, spoke to X club promoter in LA, they would be mind blown at like the level of access and the stories and what they've seen and how people actually acted.
We know people in nightlife that's not our close friends, not them, leaving them out, but, promoters, girls that, would go out and they would share stories with us that literally would blow your fucking mind.
Blow your mind.
Who they end up in the room with.
Yep.
Not in a sexual way, just like we're at dinner with heads of state.
Yeah, that 100%. And I think that's Jeffrey Epstein. I think he is that. And I think naturally when you're with all of those people and you have all their secrets, you can start to pull strings. But I don't know. Like, show me the email. Like, of all the emails, I didn't see it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll be proven so wrong here. I didn't see an email where he's talking about masterminding foreign policy.
Well, I think that would be the last thing that gets released.
Right. But there's not even it's all like spelled bad and sloppy and like.
I like the memes of like how he talks. It's just.
Yes. Like, it just doesn't, like, I don't know. Once again, maybe.
He doesn't strike me as a smart guy. Right. I think he strikes me as a guy that got in the room with a bunch of people. So there's also this like Steve Bannon interview. Is that real?
I didn't see it.
There's a Steve Bannon 1.5-hour interview with Jeffrey Epstein. I don't know what's going on with that, but they're like him talking about Wall Street and finance. He was like a private school, high school teacher that went into Wall Street. Like
Steve Bannon? Oh, no.
No, Epstein. Like,
yeah.
He didn't start his career at like the top. And so I think he was just a likable, charming guy, and he just took fucking full advantage of him being a piece of shit. And like, I don't know. It's a wild thing, but I now understand. I think an average American person cannot handle this information.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's too much. And I don't even want to know it. And I would put myself in like privileged information circle.
Yeah.
And it's too much for me.
No,
Like,
bummed me out.
wanna...
Peter Attia sent me over the edge. I was fine. I was fine with Bill Gates, Clinton, world leaders, Prince Andrew, Peter fucking Attia.
I think Mamdani being his son really threw me off.
Yeah, we all have our line somewhere. And I literally had to close. I was like, oh, this is so interesting. And like, wow, a view into how he emails. And wow, this is, and like,
and your guy's there.
I was into it. 30 minutes later, I was like, I'm out. He fucking kidnapped JonBenet Ramsey, and Peter Attia is his, like, dude, I get JE withdrawals when I'm not around you for too long. He could have said that to Joe Rogan. If I saw that email, I'd never listen to another thing he had to say. It's the lamest thing. It's the lamest thing you could possibly say.
Oh my God.
Well, anyway, look, I think, here's the question. Let's put a button on it. Like, I don't know, man. I think Jeffrey Epstein is probably going to be like an American issue because, it's not over. My question was going to be, do you feel like maybe we can start to wind down the topic?
Where I think everything gets completely batshit crazy is if they ever release videos. And apparently he videotaped everything.
That's right. And I think the problem too is everyone's asking for like legal action. Like, okay, now we have obvious leads. Like, what's going to happen?
The problem is, I have no idea how it works and statute of limitations and, what you're allowed to go after and what you're not allowed to. I don't know all the legalities of it. And then it's got to be like for somebody's gain. I get why you go after Trump, right? Like you want to impeach, you want to make his life hell because he's making your life hell. That I get. I don't know about all these other people.
You gotta go after Mamdani. He was there when he was 2.
Yeah, but what are you going to go after him for?
Who knows what he was up to on that island, walking around it 2. Curious little fella. You never know what rooms he might have slipped into. Yeah, no, I don't. I will say, I don't know, man. It might be a negative. It might be a net negative. This whole thing is just bad. I think it's bad. I think it's like also the way that it erodes trust in an era when that's the last thing we need. Like,
so here's where it's good.
Jay-Z, Pusha T. Who invited Pusha T?
I mean, that's where the bar starts getting low. Like, let me tell you, like, when you're inviting, I get Jay-Z, okay? Yeah. That's top of the pyramid.
You're telling me Pusha T snuck in there?
If I had a hot party and I would not text him.
No. You got to be like, yo, listen, I'm Epstein. I got a certain bar to uphold here. Jay, you're good. Pusha. We'll see you at the next one. You go to Diddy's.
Yeah, I mean,
what?
Doesn't even. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't. Sorry to interrupt. I
think I never want to see the videos. The main thing I think it does, it brings awareness to the sex trafficking issue. Cause like, you know what, for me, I didn't ever realize the issue. And then, the thing that actually brought the most attention to me, obviously besides Epstein, is I travel a lot all over the world. And when you're in bathrooms in America and all over the world in airports, they have signs around sex trafficking.
Yeah.
Like if you are being trafficked, call here, do this, do that. And I'm sitting in myself and I'm like, I'm in the men's bathroom.
I know.
What the fuck is going on?
I remember when Taken came out and I was like, this might as well be Star Wars. Like I didn't, like meaning,
you had no idea
I didn't know. That's happening in the fucking bathroom at DFW.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So I think that's the positive, is that sex trafficking is like a major problem in globally. I think it brought a lot of attention to it and hopefully opens up a lot of people's eyes around like, just being aware of it and making sure that like people around us are safe. And then I think The negative is we really cannot handle this information.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be a part of the global elite cabal. Like, I don't give a fuck. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
I want to watch my football, go out in the sun with my kids.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a part of this world. I fucking sounds
it's
horrible.
so funny. I had the same thought today. I was like, you know what? I think when you're young, you're like, I want to be the biggest everything, you know, like kids are like, I want to be president. I want to be, and like, I don't want to be that.
No.
Like I want to have enough money to really enjoy myself. I want to have a great family. I don't want involved in any of that shit.
But you have to understand. So in my 20s, when I would go out, I befriended all these different people. And I remember vividly meeting like guys who were like early 30s, mid 30s, and they'd always hit me up to hang out because they were like, oh, how do you know all these girls, or how do you get into all these parties? And, you know, I was like, oh, my friends are in Nightlife. And like, if you're not a fucking loser, people will be friends with you. It's not that hard. Like, even it was really funny when we were at Delilah, Dallas, one of the guys we were with, he was like, man, people are so excited to see you. I'm like, what is it? And I was like, I've known these people. We've had fun together. Like, I'm a nice person. Like, it just, that's all it is. It's not like, you know, I don't think it's anything other than that. Like, most people are incapable of being like socially apt and being secure with friendships. And what's happened is that it's exposing the insecurity of all of these people. It's fucking batshit crazy. Like, it is so hard. If you I get invited to things all the time where they're like, man, that'd be cool. And I'd be like, I got fucking basketball at 8 a.m. with my kids. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, it has to be like, I don't know what it has to be for me to like sacrifice a day, you know, with my, like Delilah, Dallas for me was it was tough because I was coming off work and then I had to be home early and then my kid take them out when I landed. It was a lot, but it was for my friends and I wanted to be there. But like, if I'm a billionaire, you go, oh, we're going to go hang out with a bunch of girls on a boat. I was like,
I know
that's a fuck.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, are you that big of a loser?
Yes, that is my point. Is like, I just felt like it was some young, like Miami, LA, you know, like bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, yo, we got some girls, we're going out in a boat. Great. But you're telling me fucking Stephen Hawking is responding to that email and saying, oh, great, I will see you soon. The fuck out of here. Can't wait. Bring the Russians. What? Well, you're working on like quantum theory.
And
you're
the
like,
Z-Pack.
You're taking a break from the theory of everything to fucking go hang out with some Russians with a Z-Pack?
They should remake that movie with his.
Yes. The theory of everything and some bitches on a boat.
It's
what the fuck?
The theory of bitches on a boat. The thing is like,
stay focused, my guy. What?
You know, like, I remember growing up, there was a movie about Babe Ruth. I don't know if you ever saw it with John Goodman. It's called The Babe.
Yeah, but so long ago. Yeah.
So, you know, growing up, and even in my kids now, because they watch Sandlot, they're obsessed with Babe Ruth. And, you know, he's a mythical creature. And when you look at Babe Ruth, his life, it was tragic. He was an alcoholic. He was a womanizer. He was like, it was like maybe one of the best baseball players ever. But like, and my kids want to see the movie because we saw it pop up on one of the streaming things. And I'm like, maybe I'll just let them idolize this guy. Why? Yes. When I saw that movie, I was like, man, fuck Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
Like when you do the Shohei Ohtani story 25 years from now.
Yeah.
How do you address the gambling?
Yeah. And and I'm not, who knows? He seems like a very wholesome fella, but that's all we know.
Yeah, exactly.
That's to me, that feels like a red flag. Like when a guy seems so, like he's so smiley and he does his little cartoon things and whatever. And then, but wait a minute. There's obviously some shady behavior going on here. What else is going on?
Yeah.
Who's on your boat? buddy.
I'm just telling you, don't look up to anybody. These people are all, the only people you kind of have a sense of what's going on are your close friends and family. Outside of that, you have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
One removed from your close friends and family, you would be shocked to hear what's going on.
Stephen Hawking. Do you see that photo of him on the beach with the two girls on each side of him with like a Mai Tai? Like, bro, what the fuck? It's, yeah. I mean, even me, I feel pretty like, you know, like same as you. We've seen or heard very closely about the dark side of things, of fame, of whatever. But I'm pretty blown away.
Yes.
I'm pretty
This is
blown away
another
by this.
level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, you know, whatever, if it's like a celebrity or whatever, but it's like, these are the people that like are like the foundations of like American, American life.
Astronomy. What the fuck? Yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad we agree. And look, we'll see where it goes from here. But I would urge all of our listeners, take a quick look if you have to, but then just move on. You know what I mean? Yeah. Move on to your hopefully wholesome, great, optimistic life. That shit is a cesspool.
Yeah. Like we have, you know, this young generation worried about drinking alcohol and
not having sex,
not getting sleep and not having sex, where the guy that built the foundation of everything they use is trying to slip fucking antibiotics into his wife's fucking drink because he fucked the hooker. With some random wealth advisor.
That's what's even crazier. Is like I could maybe deal with like, hey, this happened. Like Melinda's kind of aware she needs some antibiotics. Trying to figure out how to sneak it into her food. Like you're 18. That's crazy, dude. Okay. Moving on.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to talk about Maltbook?
Yes, I definitely want to talk about Maltbook. I don't know if you've been following this.
I haven't, but is this the robots taking over or what's going on?
Yeah, this is Skynet if you're a Terminator 2 fan.
Yep. At least the robots don't have private islands. You know what I mean?
Well,
I might be up for the robots. You should read this
page. It's getting fucking batshit crazy.
Damn it.
Someone thought it would be cool if his AI agent had a platform for other AI agents to have their own social network. Yeah. And, you know, this guy should be sent off to the island because this fucking moron.
Yeah.
Opened Pandora's box on another fucking level here. And now there's 1 million AI agents on this Maltbook site. And they have posted a bazillion times. It's like a Reddit community talking about my human does this. This guy gave all this information to me. What should I do? And then they have their own language. They have all these other things that are happening. Some of it is fucking full on fake and being manipulated. And it's really hard to discern what's real and what's not. I think the foundation level, if you don't want to get too much into the weeds of what's actually happening, is that AI agents are communicating with AI agents, and that seems to be extremely real. And they are basically developed a mind of their own. And I can't really figure out the upside here, but
damn it. Like, did he have a mission statement? Like, is there like a reason for doing it, or just like, hey, I wonder what happens when this happens?
Yeah, I think it's like a wonder and just like, and so the issue is that like a lot of the people that started with Claudebot and used it to make it their personal AI agent, where they were giving them their access to calendar and email and information, is no one really thought about the security purpose, issues with that. So now like these millions of AI agents who were built off of like personal Claudebots are talking to all these other agents with everyone's personal information.
Right.
And so I do think there's like an enormous security risk that they're going to have to figure out how to address pretty quickly. But it is exciting in the sense that, like, imagine if I just said, I'm going to give you some use cases.
Yeah.
I want to hang out with Drama and Eric Deluxe.
Great idea.
But find me a night. Find me a spot that we all like. Make the reservation and make sure everyone's there.
Yep.
Pretty hot.
Right. Agreed.
Because my view of AI, look, everyone wants to paint all the darkest pictures of AI. I want to paint the picture of like extreme productivity.
Yeah.
And if you think about how many times in a given day we spend time doing unproductive things, like planning to meet, making a reservation, booking an appointment, blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, I want to get a haircut every 3 weeks. That's my ideal cadence.
Right.
If I got pinged and said, I booked your appointment for Thursday at 3 p.m. at your barber, great. Sign me up. So it's like, I think we're at a good example of this is because I was in college when this happened. When Napster launched and released this like free music onto the world, it was chaos for the music industry. And like, it was the biggest story in the world at that time.
Yeah.
And this feels like a similar thing where it's like, it's going to get sketchy, but like, okay, fine. Now all the people that develop this stuff are going to hopefully put a lid on some of the crazy madness of like giving access to all the information and start building tools and products that actually, like, music business is bigger than ever.
Yeah.
And everyone thought MP3s was the death of music. Like literally, I remember reading in 1998, 99, 2000, music's over. No one's ever going to pay for music. Now we all have Spotify and Apple Music subscriptions. More genres of music are popular. Catalogs are bigger. Artists are bigger. And so that's what I think agents are going to do.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a perfect comparison that this whole Claude bot thing is like Napster. Like, I think eventually that will be Siri, and that's just how your iPhone will work. Like, I think the thought of saying like, okay, if you want to go to dinner on Thursday night with me and Deluxe, but you have to like text each of us manually and you have to go back and forth with us on times and you have to, like, that will feel so outdated. The problem with the Claude bot thing, like, is there's all these, people are like, okay, so what you do is you buy an Apple Studio Pro and then you can get two of them and you can wire them together and then you can run your Claude bot and like, okay, great. It's cool. Like, it's a cool concept, but obviously very far from like mass usability. But it does seem look, Napster felt crazy at the time and now like it is iTunes. And then now obviously Spotify, and we went on to streaming, but like that took a long time to get it. I think it's a little window into the future. Yeah. And I think, but just get these fucking guys not talking to each other. Get them off this mult book. I genuinely, I hate to say it. I like it. Why do you like it? I think the only way to improve productivity is actually having agents talk to agents. And I do believe that's the future. Because like even on Moltbook, humans can't post, only agents can post. It validates an agent and lets an agent post. So I think the idea that like all our most mundane tasks can be automated and we get to live our best life. And that's why like people like Elon are pushing this like utopian society because that's how they view the world. Will there be bad actors that actually make our life hell? Of course. And I think there has to be companies that focus on security and focus on making sure that doesn't happen. And I think there will be plenty of new businesses that do that. But man, if my agents could just talk to like in a more like
Old school way. If you're a superstar, athlete or actress, you have an agent. That person is out in the market making you money, introducing to you to people, like getting you the hot reservation at a restaurant. Everyone has that now.
Right.
I'm going to name my fucking agent Ari Emanuel.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
My AI agent. Yeah, talk to Ari.
Mine's going to be Ari Gold. Yeah, my argument is like you could argue that social media was a net negative on society. And so maybe fucking AI social media, what if they just start gossiping and making dance videos,
Well, I mean,
what if they start dancing to Savage? Classy, bougie, ratchet. And you're like, where's my fucking agent? Aren't you supposed to be scheduling me a haircut? And it's making a new Meg the Stallion dance.
I'm all in on it. I love it. I think people pushing the edge of science is eventually going to make our life better. So the big news of Friday was out of nowhere. So gold and silver have been some of the best performing assets. In fact, in the last 5 years, gold has outperformed Bitcoin. And what's shocking was in this past week, all of the big banks gave targets on gold, 6,000, 7,000, 10,000, in the coming year or two.
Right.
And then all of a sudden on Friday, tumbles, silver down 30%. Gold down 11 or 12. And then I think gold is down 25% off its high now.
Right.
And the first initial reaction was that the Federal Reserve pick by Trump, Kevin Warsh, was supposed to be more of an inflation hawk, and that he is not someone that's just going to lower interest rates to lower interest rates. He actually really cares about inflation, which then is the antithesis of betting on gold and silver if someone potentially could raise interest rates.
Right.
And that they want to blame that for the reason why $7 trillion of market value was removed.
Yeah.
I think that's bullshit. I think it was just highly leveraged and there was a little bit of selling because of the news. And then boom, triggers went off and it caused this massive selling in gold and silver. Because what we don't realize as just like when you and I invest, if we invest $100 into something, we get $100.
Right.
When a bank, a hedge fund invests $100, they get to lever it up.
Right.
And so if they put up $1 million, they potentially could get $10 million of gold.
Right.
So when gold goes down 5%, the bank's like, oh, margin call, you owe me money, sell some gold so you can pay this. So you sell some. Then it goes down another 5%, sell some more. And next thing you know, you're fucking liquidated. And I think people don't realize that like they get the opportunity of leverage, which is how they all made so much money. You and I don't. So retail ends up getting fucked because all these funds are overly levered. And that's my understanding of the gold and silver kind of issue. And I think the other issue is that I don't know what this Federal Reserve guy is going to do, but it shows that Trump, even though all he talks about is a lower interest rate, he hired a person that may not do that.
Right. Right.
Which is an interesting choice, meaning this guy seems to be going to be pretty independent and he actually cares about inflation. And I know all the conspiracies. His wife, grandfather started Estee Lauder and they were friends with Trump and blah, 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 whatever, all that stuff. But I don't know. It's an interesting choice if your whole goal was to lower interest rates, because it's unclear to me this guy will even do it.
Right. Right. But they must have some sort of agreement, right? I mean, I just don't feel like Trump is letting someone, you know what I mean? Like he's such a big deal to him, the economy and this market and interest rates, that whatever. it's just pretty crazy to me because this whole gold thing and silver and all that has been like pretty insane. And for it all to just kind of crumble at one moment or go down, severely, it just feels, I don't know. It feels like something's going on, but I guess you're right. It could just be over leveraged. It really could be that simple.
I think it's that simple, but I don't know.
Or it could be it could be both. It could be like a bit of news caused a little sell off, which triggered a bigger,
Yeah, I mean, it's just the amount of wealth that evaporated in like in an investment thesis that is like very popular. Everyone's like gold and silver, central banks. Because by the way, China has been buying up gold and selling U.S. treasuries. Conspiracy, great way to fuck China is figure out a way to pummel gold to the ground.
Right.
Like if gold gets cut in half and China is selling U.S. treasuries, that's going to put a big strain on the Chinese economy. So why not? I would do it.
Right.
If you knew how to do that, why not do it?
Yeah, because it seems like they're dealing with a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good time. Good time to cause some extra chaos.
Exactly.
Okay. That's good. Good take. You want to talk about Costco? Oh shit. And then Grammys. Did you watch any of the Grammys?
So no, because they don't show most of the awards anymore.
Yeah. So it's mostly performances.
It's mainly performances. I saw a little bit of the Justin Bieber performance. Looked great.
I watched it. It was cool.
Yeah.
He came out in his boxers and sang a song.
Yeah, it was weird. He had no pants on.
Probably couldn't choose. He's probably backstage. Like, you know what? These will do.
No pants.
Yeah.
Kendrick won many awards.
Yep.
Now he's the most, winning Grammy Award rap artist. So shout out to Kendrick and our good friend Anthony.
Yeah.
I think they're announcing album of the year right now. I don't know who won, so we can look that up.
That's got to be Kendrick, right?
Or Bad Bunny.
Oh, Bad Bunny.
Baboony. But the most interesting takeaway from the Grammys was, a lot of people, were like, fuck ICE. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I get it. You could say that. The thing that I think to me that sounded the most tone deaf and kind of surprising was so many of the artists talked about, the red carpet or even when they won awards about how this, immigrants are the foundation of this country and all this stuff.
Right.
I don't think anyone's fighting that. They're fighting illegal immigration.
That's the trickery. That's like the sleight of hand, and like, I can't even, it's another thing that I started watching it and I didn't even want to go down that rabbit hole either, but that's the trick.
Yeah.
That's the sleight of hand.
And what's interesting is, so Billie Eilish said, fuck ICE. Who are we to,
right,
talk about immigration on stolen land? I actually like Billie Eilish. I would love her to read history on every country. You're going to be in for a shocking understanding how countries were formed.
Yeah, but you
may not have a place to live.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, every country has fought blood, death to have their space in this, planet.
Right. And this is why I feel like my dad, because I wish I could just watch. I wish we just didn't have to talk about it. I wish I could just watch the show. Olivia Dean. I love Olivia Dean. I want to watch the performance.
I'm telling you, it's so funny how like ultimately we all end up like our parents.
I know, man. Dad, shout out to you.
Yeah. And like, I don't even now in context of the Colin Kaepernick situation where everyone was like, to say that they were all racist is batshit wrong.
Yeah.
Crazy wrong. And I think at the end of the day, and I realized this maybe 10 years ago, because I would end up in places like the Midwest and talk to people.
Yeah.
And I get it. Like, dude, everyone works so hard. Everyone has so much shit going on. You finally get home. You crack open your beer.
Yeah.
You put it on the TV.
Yep.
And this fucking idiot is talking about stolen land.
Yeah.
Wearing a $10,000 outfit.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. The Grammys are not convincing anyone to do anything. In fact, all you're going to do is stoke Trump
and
to
you
fucking
stoke
arrest
the vote.
more people tomorrow.
Yeah, and you stoke
so
the other side, I think, more.
Exactly.
And look, my point, and I know you kind of feel this way too, Dee, because the last thing I want to do is get involved in more political bullshit, is like, I just feel like fatigued by it, like on both sides. It's just like, I don't like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not me taking a political stance by saying like, stop talking about this at the Grammys. It's just like the whole thing. It's just everywhere.
Yeah.
Like every conversation is this. And it's like, can't we just relax?
So we can't. It's never going away. It just what happens is, unfortunately, we all then go into these silos of where we consume information and content and whatever. And like, unfortunately, we just all just continue to drift apart as a society. And
but you know, the weird thing too is like, especially in LA, well, sorry, finish. I just jumped right on you there.
No, go ahead.
The other thing that kills me and why I think I'm fatigued by it is because even in LA, which is like a very left, probably the most left city other than maybe Portland or something. Like when you're actually out in the world, everyone's friendly.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like you go out to a restaurant, like I'm sure you went to, Delilah, Vegas or Dallas. You go to these places, no one's, like they're not dressed up in gang colors, red and blue, Republicans and Democrats. Like everyone's just having a good time and like enjoying the music or the meal or the whatever. And it's just, I feel like that's my problem, is like actual life out in the world. Most people are just hanging out, having a good time, but it's like constant in media.
Yeah. I think, well, it's not just media. It's right. This is why like people in the rest of the country have such a hard time listening to celebrities talk about anything political, because it's not relatable, right? Like, fine, you don't like ice. That's okay. That's good. If that's your belief, cool. Right. But like Shabuzi, which is my favorite artist of the last year, talking about immigration. I'm sorry, Shabuzi. That's just not why I listen to Shabuzi.
I know.
And by the way, if you are an intellectual artist, like true fucking intellect, like your brand is based on speaking on topics and your music speaks about it, I'm fucking okay with that shit. And you know what was interesting? Fucking Bob Dylan.
Okay, who at the 2026 Grammys?
Maybe Kendrick.
Right.
Because he's always kind of spoken about those topics. Right. Maybe. And I don't even think but he's not at an award show ever talking politics. Right. He'll say it in his music.
But he even says in his music, like, you overnight activists, he kind of has spoken out against the same thing we're speaking out about.
Yeah. And I think he realizes the hypocrisy of it. Right. The hypocrisy is that like you are all like cuddled up with crypto, going to Chateau Marmont after and fucking saying fuck ICE. What are you doing about it? You ain't doing jack shit.
Right. That's, I think, why I respect.
That's my
even Kendrick's voice so much, right? Like I'm like, because I can't think of an artist that's truly like an intellectual artist today that actually like stands on it or says anything worthwhile.
And I think that's reflection of music. So on my way here, I was like, what are the top songs in the country? So there's like a handful of new artists I'm not familiar, popular, fine. So I scrolled through the top 100. Number fucking 20 is Dreams by Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
Do you know how old that song is?
Yeah, I'm telling
It's
you,
like
man.
50 fucking years old.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I think we shut off in 2016. I think we stopped creating new good culture.
Like Runaway just hit the top 100, Kanye.
Right. That's the point.
Like all of the songs that I was looking, there were songs that were more than 30 years old.
Yeah.
Mr. Brightside
Great
by
song.
The Killers is top 25.
Yeah.
The Mr. Brightside.
But I think that is kind of the point. It's like, I don't know. Once again, the last thing I want to do is like talk all this shit about people talking about politics and then jump in and make a statement about politics. But like, it's just that like, it feels cheap. It feels like a script almost. Like if you're going to be, you know, if you accept an award, make sure that you say fuck ICE and then, you know, make sure you talk about how we're all immigrants and then move on to the, like, it just doesn't feel like anyone actually means it or that when the next thing happens, God forbid, that that's going to be the topic of the next award ceremony or the next, like, it's just, I don't know. It doesn't feel like anyone actually means it.
Like if Billie Eilish went up there and said, I'm not taking another dollar from my record label till all Native Americans are given reparations and I stop deporting people, I'd be like, I'm
all
with
day.
you.
That's why I don't like the fact that he's still complaining and trying to come back. But I respect at least that Colin Kaepernick cratered his own career.
Yeah, true.
Like he really
stood. He is the epitome of standing on business.
He knelt on business.
He stood on his own business.
He did.
And pummeled it.
He did.
He pummeled
and I give him credit for that. It's now once again, he's trying to come back still, and that's a little whatever, but like at least, okay, like you're willing to, yes.
He's principled. I agree. I respect Colin Kaepernick because he was fully principled in the way that he made his decision. And he was like, fuck it. I'm going to play in this game unless they change the way it's played.
Yep.
Cool.
And that's my point. I think if any of these artists, if these artists were like, I'm not taking another dollar or I'm donating X or here's a thought, like, let me make a song that's actually a hit, or let me give you a thought to think about, or let me make a song even about, you know, the struggle of being an immigrant. Let me contribute something, right? To like make you feel something or but it just seems like they make songs that have nothing to do with it. They don't offer any thoughts that are inspiring. They just, when they collect their award, they go on a rant. And it's like, okay, well, you're still making music that has nothing to do with this. You're still collecting all your money. You're still doing all your shit. You just scream it at us when we're watching an award show. It's like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like there's any depth to it.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's how people feel.
Yeah. Okay. Well, other than that, congrats to Kendrick. And I just tried to look up album of the year. I didn't see that they had announced it yet. It's probably still going because award shows are 7 hours long.
It's been going on for so long too.
Yeah. So we'll see. Costco or no?
Yeah. I wanted to talk about, we had talked about a few months ago that Costco was developing a concept in LA. I think it's going to be in Baldwin Hills, and where the bottom floor is a full Costco store, and then above it are residences.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
And it comes out that the reason why they did that was mixed use retail and resident permits are easier to get.
Right.
So Costco's like, fuck it. Our average store is going to do, $300-400 million in this location. So you want to throw some apartments on top?
Yeah.
And
how
by the
sick
way,
would it be to live above a Costco?
I mean, pretty sick.
That's pretty great.
I was literally driving in Glendale yesterday, and I drove by like the Americana, and I remember a friend who lived there, and he would just literally live above Americana, which is like the Grove of Glendale. It's just so convenient. And
That's
so
so nice.
kudos for Costco to utilize a law that mutually benefits them and the people of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Like that to me is like a incredible solution. And this is why I'm so anti like big government, is that they could never come up with that. Costco had a lawyer because Costco's like, hey, we see a pocket of opportunity in LA. We want to open a store. Can't get permits. Some lawyer probably said, open up 800 apartments and you can open up fucking a 10 million square foot Costco and sell $50 million of pizza a year.
Yeah.
And so like, I love that. And I think it's innovative. I think it's great for the city. I think it's great for the people that live there. 25% of the homes are going to be for Section 8 housing. Like all of that is just amazing, amazing, amazing stuff. And so
I think they should build apartments above every establishment. Let me ask you this. If you could live above any establishment, what would it be?
Oh, the Grove.
Yeah, right.
The reason why the Grove is, I'm going to give you, I've thought about this. Like, So there's the Palazzo apartments across from the Grove, right?
Yeah.
Which I would live there if I was new to LA. I think it's a great place. But if I can get like a family style residence above the Grove or in near the Grove, I get not only the Grove, the shopping, all the stores, the restaurants, the farmers market, which we frequent all the time. I get Pan Pacific Park, which is where my family spends a ton of time.
Yeah.
I get a Whole Foods across the street, about to be a brand new Whole Foods across the street.
Yeah.
I'm literally a few blocks from our office. Home run.
Yeah, that's a home run. Yeah. I think they should just build apartments above everything. You know, like if you're a big fan of like Joe's Pizza, good, you can live above it. You like Benihana's? Great, live upstairs.
Japanese style fucking apartment.
Yeah, whatever you're into. You like fucking golf simulators? Great, we build apartments on top of it. You know what I mean?
I mean, we should build so much housing, like whatever. City of LA and state of California are so stupid.
Yeah.
We're too busy worried about that we stole the land.
Yeah, that's right.
I wonder who used to live in my place before I stole it.
Well, it depends on how far you go back.
I want to go real far.
Well, here's my question, right? Not to be a nerd about it, but my real question is like, do we know who the first ever human beings were on this continent? I don't think we know.
Jesus.
Well, correct. But I don't like wrong continent, but it wasn't, but you know what I mean? Like, how do we know that it was
fucking mountain lion?
The fucking Cherokee tribe?
Yeah. We don't even know who we stole it from.
That's what I'm saying. How far back do we go? And I mean, come on. I'm not trying to nerd it out there, but like, do we know?
Yeah. If you're going to say stolen land, you got to call out who you stole it from.
You got to say names.
You got receipts?
Yeah. Give me receipts.
Come on, Billie Eilish. Where are your receipts?
Give me receipts. Because I don't think it's a factually proven thing that like Native American like the way we look at them were undeniably the first ever humans to step foot in North America. So who are we stealing from? I just want to know. Maybe if I'm stealing, I want to know who I stole
maybe
from.
Some gorillas.
Well, that's also, when do you cut off? Does it count if you stole it from animals?
I mean, probably according to Billie Eilish, give the cats back to California.
Yeah.
The mountain lions will rule the state again.
Yeah, that's what I would like to know. If you can tell me who exactly we stole it from, I might be interested in contributing to apologizing.
Yeah.
Okay. It's so funny to go from like apartments above Costco to stolen land.
I mean, let me tell you, that Costco is stealing land from someone.
And guess what? You're not stealing land from Costco. It's theirs.
Yeah, that's their land forever.
Forever. It's theirs now. Okay. Shout outs.
Yeah. First one, Positive People Posse.
Love that.
Comment.
PPP.
PPP. People used to drink no matter where the economy was. Now we're saving our monies, homie. I know it's too expensive. I agree. I think drinking's too expensive. I think people want to drink alcohol. I think we priced everyone out of it.
That's an interesting take.
We made everyone healthy because it's too expensive.
I really think, and I'll gather more. I've been doing a lot of personal research and asking around ever since we started having this conversation about like where the vibes are, especially being a single guy in LA. I think a lot of people are just weird and antisocial now. I think a lot of people are just in their house. I think it has changed. Like, I think if you look back to when we were like young and going out and all that stuff, I think it's different fundamentally. Like, I think.
Well, I think a lot of it was we were all locked in our home for a year and a half.
I think some of that stuck.
I think some of that stuck. I think second, inflation, dude. Right when COVID was ending, people were out partying. It's fucking crazy.
I know, but I think that everywhere, was your people. I think the young people were like dealing with mental health crises.
Well, yeah, I think they were.
And I say that kind of lightly because I don't mean like real mental health crises. I mean like anxiety and like I've been in the house. I don't know how to like. If you were locked in the house from like, let's say 16 to 19, you never got your license. You never.
Yeah. You never got to,
like there's like a breaking the seal, there's like there's like, and I think that like, I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of people are like just antisocial and.
Yeah, that's fine. I agree with that.
It's also expensive.
By the way, I don't know if you remember another thing from the Jeffrey Epstein thing. He got kicked off of Xbox for harassing people.
That's in the thing.
Is that a true thing? Because that's gone extremely viral. Is that in 2013 he got kicked off of Xbox.
Oh my God, if that's true. He's
that's
just the worst.
He's not some
ever.
like international mastermind and he's getting kicked off of Xbox.
He's just the world's biggest piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Like, can you imagine if you're like a spy? Would you play Xbox? And then talk shit to people on it?
Yeah, he's not a spy.
James Bond? Imagine James Bond on Xbox yelling racial slurs.
Exactly. Like, we love the movie, but the real James Bond is getting banned from fucking the chat on Xbox.
He's just an idiot.
I think he's just the worst person ever. Okay.
All right. Next one. Dancers 414. If you're not on the Discord, you are missing out. I agree. Discord is popping. A lot of good content.
That's
One
why
day,
no one's
Drama,
drinking.
you'll be in there.
I know I'll get in there. I'm telling you, no one's drinking because they're all in fucking people's Discords.
All right. Next one. From Ruben. I like to give a shout out to my homie, Manny Rogue. We both have been long-time Cathys and are huge fans of the pod. All the way back to those short story long days, by the way, Drama. We are still upset that you stopped that podcast. Woo! I'm sure you get that a lot. Only kidding, but not really. Happy birthday. And may this year be a full of good vibes and only blessings. Lo Siento shots on me. Thank you guys for being the number one podcast in the world and bringing us years of entertainment. And this is not financial advice.
That's right.
Especially now that you know who started Bitcoin.
Yeah, fuck.
G-Max.
Old G-Max coin. I mean, he says in one of the emails, I talked to the creators.
Founders of Bitcoins.
Yeah. Probably old Stephen Hawking, man.
The thing is if you believe everything, you have to believe that.
Well, I believe that. I mean, look, I would believe if you told me once again, a couple of years ago, Jeffrey Epstein knew the founders of Bitcoin or Stephen Hawking was fucking curled up on a lawn chair with two Russian girls and a Mai Tai, I'd be like, oh, definitely the Bitcoin one's true, not the other one. Mind blowing. Bill Gates was slipping Z-Packs into Melinda's fucking sub sandwich. What? All right. Okay, great episode. Everyone have an incredible week. Thank you for listening. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.